Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it's showtime. Hi, guys. Back again, like it or not. Probably not, but hey, here we are. Absolution has dropped the latest content patch for Guild Wars 2's Janthir Wilds expansion, and I'm going to play it right now. Good morning, Pacific time, to whomever has joined me. Hi, hey, how you doing? I will be playing on Spongo Smallberries, as is tradition. View and journal. Janthir Wildkin.
What happened?
Livia happened. She stole the scepter. We're headed there now, hopefully not too late. We don't have voice for Anise because of the ongoing strike issue over AI and voice actors. I support the actors. It's a bit of pain in the ass, but I do support the actors. So, Vibrant Wings and Black Backpack Glider combo is free. Alright, they've unlocked. But I'm not going to use them. Oh, God, why? Guild Wars 2, why are you the way that you are with this? God. The pain is real. And really painful. Alright, where are we off to? Let's see. Meet at the gates of Bava Nisos. Well, that should be in the far eastern side of the map. Indeed it is. And we're off. That was almost a dreadful error. So my expectations for this are not high, sad to say. I have been disappointed by every content drop since Soto main expansion. Yeah, that's not entirely true. The first content drop after Soto was meh. Alright,
we don't know the repercussions. Besides, we haven't exhausted all our options.
My patience is exhausted, Anise. You've searched this isle up and down. Think of the repercussions if we don't act soon. Anise, I resent you putting me in this position. I'm moving us forward toward a solution, one we already have. It's been in your hands from the start.
Rather curious that it's found its way back to your hands. Anise is wise not to take a thief at her word.
Let's not. Difficult to steal what already belongs to you.
Legavo belongs to no one. Trying to control it is a short path to it controlling you.
Quaint of you to assume me incapable of handling great power. Not that you would know anything about that. Hey!
Uncalled for. Cheap shots won't win you any favor.
Quiet, all of you. Can't hear myself think.
A voice of reason arrives. Wayfinder, talk some sense into them.
Me? I somehow I know it's not going to matter because it's going to happen either way. I'm going to side with Livia on this. She's a jerk, but this has been coming since, and people have been talking about, well, sooner or later this is going to happen, and now it's happening. They've been talking about it since the very first part of Soda, the meeting in Lion's Arch.
Livia has a point. We're dealing with a Mistgate and a Titan. Exactly what the scepter was created for.
You're not wrong. The commander knows the value of taking the bold approach.
Please. The moment the word Titan was uttered, she burst into our council, jumping at any excuse to use the scepter. If this were a Skrit infestation, it would be her first choice of action.
Well, the Skrit are pretty terrifying. Don't act like you're some pillar of morality. Your allies will remember that you supported Livia's actions.
Fight now. Argue later. Such synergy!
I would like to know how much damage I just did, but we had to turn off Arc DPS as it was crashing out the client. As it usually does after a big conflict.
More of them!
The scepter is likely attracting them.
Look what you've done! Brandishing that scepter around like a toy! Stand your ground!
I feel 6 feet tall.
I do feel 6 feet tall. Well, actually, I feel more like it. I was 5'9". Now, as we get old, we get shorter. I'm probably 5'8" now.
I'm enfeebled. I feel 6 feet tall.
Oh, what? These boon corrupting bullshit mobs.
Much better.
I go from being fine to having 9 stacks of poison on me. The devs spent 12 years teaching us about how important boons are, and finally they've decided that, yeah, how about we punish players for having them? All right, I'm an efficient defender.
She's right here. She was.
That imbecile.
The gate! We need to stop her!
This was going to happen either way, so they remember that I sided with Livia. Trust it, Anise. Trust me.
What's happening?
We're definitely suffering from the voices of 2 of the characters who are talking to each other.
Did it? Didn't she? So she did.
Looks like the magic that was keeping us out has become some sort of portal. Is it safe to use?
Seems so. Ren?
For our use, yes, it is safe. As for Livia, I'm not sure she's prepared for the toll the scepter will take on her. That, however, is her problem. For now.
What are we waiting for?
Enter the portal to Bavanisas. Finally, Bavanisas. Forced entry, Bavanisas.
What am I looking at?
What's left?
Is the Titan. Or vice versa. The other 3 did seem to meld with their environments.
Given how much time has passed, It appears the Titan and the city have become one and the same. Mabon, what exactly were you planning to do about this?
Livia, she's being attacked. How big is the map? Oh, this is the initial map. Fumarollers. Alright, how about we start?
That's your takeaway? Never mind. Let's just get rid of these things.
I'm gonna cheese at range.
I feel infuriated.
Titanic macrophages. Could they give these things larger AoEs? You know. They're not filling up the whole goddamn map.
That'll silence you. Infuriated. I'm hemorrhaging.
I'm hemorrhaging.
If we've learned anything, it's don't underestimate the enemy.
Are they guards or something? Seems like they're defending the city.
Perhaps, in a sense.
Or maybe they're defending the body.
What is an army, if not a society's immune system?
Sometimes high concept stuff just doesn't work. The concept's dumb.
That'll silence you.
And I'm kind of feeling that way about this. The Titans have fused with the city, okay? And this is their immune system. They're magical creations. They have an immune system. About to die again, yeah. It just seems that fights so often, just especially in this expansion, just with these huge AEs, where if you're playing a melee class, screw you. Frankly, it's gotten a bit tedious, and I hate to say it because I love the game so much, but I'm actually getting tired of the development. That because they have so few people working on the game now, the game is kind of starting to really disappoint constantly. In these fights so far in today, they've been boring. Not interesting. Certainly not fun.
Looks like they're handled. For now.
Ren, That immune system theory, I think there's something to it.
How is Garen know about an immune system?
Given their nature as we've seen it, though
Magical
heterogeneous
antibodies for a
they
magical
appear
creature?
as
What?
part of the whole. We've seen the Titan spawn exhibit coordinated behavior. This suggests the same, given the scale of time and complexity.
I'm sure they'll only get meaner the further we push into the city. We need to choose our actions deliberately. And that goes double for you.
What is the camp doing here, of all
Don't
places?
try to distract.
She's right. Look.
White Mantle? How is this not destroyed in the wreckage, unless this came after the fall?
Only one way to know for sure.
Only one way to know for sure.
Of course, where chaos flourishes, the White Mantle are never far behind. So they did make it to Bava Nisos, and not all that long ago from the looks of it. Are they the ones behind all this?
We can't say for sure yet, but I do agree their presence was relatively recent and is generally rather damning.
Come to think of it, I found some White Mantle journals a while back. They did mention making it to the Isles eventually. Why don't you start by searching the perimeter? I'll have a look around the camp.
Yes, why don't they all do that and I'll do this? Diary page.
Things were really not going well for them.
As I predicted, our limited food sources have worn down the other two far more quickly than myself. Both chastised my unwillingness to hunt. Tatiana deemed me selfish. Ulrich muttered something slight under his breath. I told them if they would quit wasting their energy whining about hunger pangs, they'd be faring better. That shut them up for now, at least, though I've mostly chosen to keep to myself. I, on the other hand, find the pain an ideal anchor for meditation, and for cultivating that state of clarity, I credit what happened next. Late last night, from somewhere across the vast expanse of dark, I heard a call. Is this what Tatiana claims to hear? When Ulrich and I venture into the ruins and leave her alone? It began as a low rumble. In the state of half-sleep, I mistook it for the early thrums of thunder. Then I started to make out coherent words. They see not your promise, what you're capable of. Stirring me fully awake, I decided to brave the night. I ventured out to try and decipher the direction of the source, still unsure if they were a dream or reality. As if to reassure me, the voice called out once more, "You're a righteous man, please help me." Then silence, save for the hollowing wind. I lay awake at the rest of the night, in something between a meditation and a stupor. Had I imagined it? Was this voice the product of an empty stomach, of a lone mind coloring in a blank chasm? No, it was real. Clear as the toll of a lone bell across the abyss. You're a righteous man. I spent the night pondering the message and its source. As of now, I'm unsure whether to share it with the others. It may be the last wound that drives Tatiana mad, and I'm unsure what lengths Ulrich would go to secure his mission onto our false prophet. Beyond this, they don't seem eager to indulge my company. But that's of no importance. My earliest memories onward have been a lone wade through life's flood. Saul too bore the immensity of revelation alone. But rather than hoard its light, he held it before him like a lantern, guiding those around him so they could see the way. And then a poem. Again, I'm afraid that they're going to use high-quality lore in lieu of high-quality gameplay. Scroll. That's 2 of 10.
So it must have been them who opened the gate. Or at least one acting alone. What became of them?
We hear him. This voice is soft like moss, yet sound is the rock upon which it grows. Like a low hymn carried by the wind, it sings to us, beckons us forth, we must follow. The first steps toward the epochal end, fate has written it. It's only a matter of time now. These alchemical scales appear to have been used extensively. The notes nearby suggest the White Mantle were attempting to find a way to protect themselves against mistburn. Scrawled note.
Was he losing his mind, or was the voice real? And if so, could it have been... I wonder.
We have another poem, which I will spare you. Me reading a poem is... That's some quality content, though. Ulrich returned. His lone communions with the wild rarely lasted that long. He spoke little, and so we went on preparing meager suppers if nothing had come to pass. We ate mostly in silence, that is, until the fire began to dwindle. Out of the dark, a voice called unto them. For it was they who had been chosen to realize the mission of their unseen ones. And thus it spoke to them, Chosen three, you are destined, seek the gate. As the sun dawns across the wilds, you shall hear my voice, and I will be your guide. You who must open the gate, so fate has written it, so make it so. So make it be. To think mere hours ago, our vision was clouded by woes ephemeral. We are so close. Though I can't recall my last full meal, my mind has never felt so sated. Map of Janthir. Hand-drawn map marked with copious notes and diagrams showing the White Mantle's journeys across Janthir and finally into Baba Nisos. Their journey wasn't easy. They were dedicated. Journals. 6 out of 10.
Journals? Not quite. They almost sound more like prayers.
At last, we've settled in Baba Nisos. Though the journey here proved a test of tenacity, I welcome the change in scenery and revere these hallowed grounds upon which Saul himself stood. Ulrich and Tatiana, on the other hand, seemed to be preoccupied only with corporal cravings. Fearing food scarcity, I am no stranger to hunger, having spent long stretches of my youth plagued by hunger pangs. Even after joining the White Mantle, I continued the act of fasting as an exercise in self-discipline, a practice I am now especially grateful for. Going without is a lesson that many of our own could stand to learn, our current leader included. Pardon a yawn. Though he dared not say it to my face, I sensed Cauticus's irritation at my reticence to prepare meals of animal fare. He mistook principle as weakness. A weak stomach for hunting, as he put it. I would accuse him of the same. With one amendment, his stomach is hardly where his weakness ends. But that ceases to be of bother for as long as Cauticus ceases to return. Knowing his history of cowardice, I do not know why the others expect a reply to their letters, let alone his prodigal return. And for what does it matter? I mean, God, they can't actually bring Cauticus back. Engelbert Meow would be insufferable. Let us alone with prodigal return, for what does it matter? It is we who have weathered the pilgrimage who truly walk in Saul's path. A glory Cauticus knows not, and one I suspect is just as destiny has written it. Regardless, Ulrich has taken over discovery of Baba Nisos as proof of Cauticus's righteous authority. I begin the newest chapter of this journey with a prayer of my own creation. When faced with earthly strife, may it remind me of my vow to know what cannot be unknown, and to see what cannot be unseen. More poetry. Barrel of documents. This barrel's been stuffed full of rolled up documents, both new and old. There's no discernible order to the documents and no consistent subject save for the White Mantle. Why'd they bring all of this with them? Drawing.
3 titans, 3 White Mantle. Can it really be that simple?
Well, it could be, except the implication on 2 of those titans was what they were female. Diary page. I read that one already. White Mantle bow. This bow appears to have been brought by one of the White Mantle from the wear marks on the grip and the arrow shelf. You can tell it has been seen a good amount of use. Diary page. That's 10 out of 10.
They really believed
3 achievement
themselves the
points.
righteous ones until the very end. Tragic.
After a
The
long
others need
night
to hear this.
of deliberation, I decided it was my responsibility to share what I had heard with both Ulrich and Tatiana. Unsurprisingly, Ulrich dismissed it as hunger-induced fever dream, clearly attempting to shield Tatiana's dwindling sanity. She herself seemed intrigued, but remained mute during the exchange. So be it. If I am to claim myself a righteous man, I will see to it that they come around in time. Update 1. Things have come to a head, another argument over food. I'll spare the same rehashed details, but the crux of the argument came when Ulrich blamed my initial reluctance to hunt for contributing to our downfall. He claimed if we reached Baba Nisos in better condition, we'd be better suited to withstand our current scarcity. I'll admit that in a moment of anger I forgot my vow to guide the ignorant and shot back that given his inability To withstand even the most minimal of worldly discomforts, he'd never be more than a mere bootlicker. That his ill state wasn't so much hunger for food as hunger for the scraps of Codicus' validation. At that, Ulrich accused me of jealousy, going as far as to apologize for Codicus' dismissive treatment of me. The accusation was so wildly off base, I burst into a fit of laughter. He dubbed me out of my mind and stormed off into the night. Now, as night descends, Tatiana and I retire in silence, save for the occasional sound of pen on parchment from our respective tents. I've never known her to journal, but I have seen her write to Codicus. While Ulrich's devotion to him is a cry for validation, Tatiana's is a desperate plea to belong. One I can relate to. I thought the same when I joined the White Mantle, the difference being that I retained the ability to question, to think critically, and that is where our paths diverge. Another poem. Update 2. He calls upon me once more in the dead of night. My last hope left me here to rot. Please help me. Closer, come closer. I must seek him. Our fates become entwined. Now, the one thing that's been good in all of the expansion content post-launch has been the lore. The rest of it, very disappointing.
I found some interesting...
Centuries of meddling, you'd think you'd develop some sort of self-awareness.
You're one to talk.
Excuse me? None of you were getting anywhere until I took action. You'd still be standing around with your thumbs up your... You know, Livia, you're right. You took plenty of action. Abandoned us in battle, put our lives at stake. Sure, you could have killed us along with half of Tyria, but I'm getting the impression you really don't give a damn.
Oh.
I'm tired of arguing. Gods know you won't listen to anyone but yourself. You've already made that clear. Take whatever the hell action you want, and while you're at it, you can shove that scepter up your...
Countess.
Go on, you have my blessing, not that it means anything to you. Anise.
You heard her.
Livia, if you sink this city, you better pray the scepter takes you with it.
Deal. Optional. See how everyone's doing. Anise. I don't mean to be curt, Commander, but I could really use a moment to myself. Understood. I'll leave you to it, Countess. Yeah, I definitely had to talk to her to get that. Boy. Izzy?
Wayfinder. I'm afraid there's not much more to say. Whether we like it or not, Livia has acted for all of us. The path before us is clear, even if it is not the one we would have chosen.
Do you think Livia could be right?
Perhaps we may find out to be true when all is said and done. That doesn't mean I can easily forget or forgive. She will answer for her actions, that much I can guarantee.
I guess we'll have to see how things shake out. Pokey? We lowlanders can get heated with each other at times, but these wizards give me a headache. Are they always like that? Well, not quite like this. Now, how are you holding up? Fine. We just need to smoothen. I just need to smooth my tufts. Well, we all need to smooth our tufts from time to time. Seeing friends argue always makes me uncomfortable, especially when I'm not sure how to help. I'm sure things will work out once nerves are calmed. I bet you're right. Hang in there. Waiting sorrow. Goodness, Wayfinder, that Livia woman would drive even the most sober bearkin to the honey wine. She could leech even Alder's stoicism. It takes centuries to carve out a personality like that. Hey, don't blame it on age. Not all of us end up that grating. Then again, she doesn't remind me of Ren. She does remind me of Ren in some ways. Maybe you're onto something. The best we can do right now is stay focused. Yeah, we'll stay focused. Counselor Ludo. Commander, Wayfinder, good to see you again, even though I may wish the meeting would have been under better circumstances. Counselor, you're here in person. Contrary to expectation, some on the Arcane Council don't mind getting their mitts dirty now and again. You may recall that I backed her during the scepter vote, recent actions aside. Never mind that I have a vested interest in Lady Livia's success. It would reflect poorly on me and my percipients were she to fail in her mission. And how will you be assisting the Alliance? All in due time. For now, Countess Anise wants to get the Fourth Veil and I up to speed on operations. That means bouncing back and forth between here and the staging camp in the Barrens. Eventually, one can extrapolate that it will lead to us joining Livia's push into Bavanisos proper. An electrifying prospect, is it not? Banked. I banked. Wayfinder. Should have known someone with your reputation would be in the vanguard. Ludo and I are here to help Lady Livia with her mission. Are you here with the Alliance, or...
In a sense, but say,
Hey,
you must be the commander. Between Anise and Casimir, I've heard enough gossip over the past decade to spot you in any crowd. Largely good things, mind you.
Largely?
Where are my manners? Benktoverson, fourth veil of the Mesmer Collective. We'll be seeing more of each other soon, I suspect. Don't need
Havrun of Raven
foresight to know that.
Did the Countess ask you here?
She did. I have some personal stake in seeing Mabon's legacy upheld, even if that means bearing some of his burdens. That's it. I expect I'll be asked to keep a third eye on the Lady Livia and that scepter of hers. Never a dull moment, huh?
I don't know. They're dull moments. Livia. Oh, Livia, oh, Livia. Oh, have you seen Livia? Oh, Livia the tattooed lady. Old guy. Movie reference. Commander, I hope you're in better frame of mind than the Countess or the others. We've got work to do and no time for petty disagreements. And you, are you prepared for what's next?
More accolades.
I'm ready when you are. We'll give the others time to parse through the white mantle
I've never
findings.
seen the Countess have an outburst like that before.
And cool their tempers.
You struck a nerve.
Oh, please, that one always had a temper. As a girl, she broke a kid's nose after he dipped Jenna's braid in quill ink. She hit hard, too. Never thought he'd stop crying. Unfortunately, he was the Baron's kid. That took a while to smooth over. She got the will of a Doliac and stubbornness. Makes her good at what she does. Hard not to have faith in her. Sometimes she just needs a nudge to give her momentum. That's all I'm trying to do. Not sure if she sees it that way. Pretty sure she doesn't. I think I've seen and heard enough. What's next? Looks like it's just us for now, Commander. I'm in agreement on this whole immune system theory. It's so stupid, I can't even. If we can knock out the parts of the whole, we'll have the advantage. The body is an interconnected system, after all. As for the mist gates, it's sure to be heavily protected. Some simple divide and conquer, and we'll have our in. Divide and conquer sounds like we're doing events or something in the map. Forceful entry completed. Mastery point. Chest of goodies. Large stash of carved lowland pine cone coins. Mats. More mats.
Quite a reward.
Yes, it's quite a reward. And out we go. Into Bavanisos open world map. Please be good, please.
Apparently, some astral ward are stuck in the Mersat mirrors. Can someone check in on that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mersat Shadowcraft, Janthir Beehive Mastery, ready to train. Seriously? More fucking beehives. Yeah. That's the new mastery, huh? Wow. Help Livia weaken the Titan's inner organs. Weaken the Titan by completing events. As I predicted, Titan's defense is weak. This is safe to use. Guess I have no choice. Well, let's examine the camp, see what we've got. Baba Nisa's site catalog. Do I ever else thought of wading each day through a mountain of Titan innards and crumbling Mersat architecture? All at a heavy risk to my life, no, but consider the prize, an active mist state, and one which has lain undisturbed for centuries at that. What alien objects might have tumbled their way across space and time to finally end up in our little corner of the mists? Consider the insight offered by these priceless artifacts, some perhaps hailing from unknown worlds. For posterity, I shall begin a catalog of each and every object found by our dig team. Ornate chalice, silver, moderate loss of surface evidence of past inlays around the stem, traces of dark residue in the interior, bad feeling while holding it. Notes, bag this one to avoid future dishware mix-ups. Etched stone piece, dark in color, palm-sized, single surviving shard. Plano convex, likely once part of a globular hole. Groove pattern seem deliberate. Ritual object. Mage hands tingle a little. Exciting. A mirror. Pieces. Description. Material unknown. Not of Mersat origin. Sub-triangular shape and light refraction suggests surviving pieces of mirror or mirror-like object. Definite magical. Currently attempting reconstruction. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, yeah. That's really reassuring. What's the worst that could happen? Experience would tell you so much could go wrong.
Those things are really slowing us down.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't remember what my options were all the way at the start. Is it there that it begins? Yeah, I think so. I was ferocity, okay. Couldn't you just show me your stock? Oh, so the usual stuff, right. Jade batteries.
Tired of guard duty. We should be on the front lines, not checking every crate
That's
bound for the
quality
sugar
armor.
peaks.
Don't you know what we're on the lookout for? Some entrepreneurial folk got a wise idea and have started smuggling Titan organs out of here. We're putting a stop to it.
Titan organs?
Once again, ArenaNet has overpromised and grossly underdelivered. This time it was, hey, we're putting in a recipe to make it easier to get research notes. What they left out was, it's going to be so stupidly expensive, no one's going to want to do it. And it is. It's mind-bogglingly stupid, in point of
Can
fact.
someone check in on that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not my glider. I really don't like it when it does games do stuff like that. That's my glider. Collector of unusual coins. The Lightborn gear. Wow. That's some really, really underwhelming cosmetic. Holy crap. Wow, it's dreadful. What's the point? I mean, certainly there's a small portion of the player base that wants to be able to create a historical or cosplay outfit for their characters, and so they're going to want something
From one bad post to another.
potentially boring.
Here, take a bowl. A little bit of fish broth with fresh vegetables from the village.
Duty again. Remember that?
Faction provisioner. What's with them adding a wow, that's quality armor option to every single bleeping vendor?
I'll be on my way.
Ha ha ha, isn't it funny? No, it's really not.
A true warrior needs a weapon for every day of the week.
Required for slumbering lightborn weapons. Maybe those are the gussied up versions. Lightborn and thanks for the tip. Yeah, those are the slumbering lightborns. And they all have the exact same dialogue options. They had that same thing before. I don't get it. Why they need 5 NPCs for that. Alright, what do we got? I'm looking for events in the map. How big is the map? Pretty good sized. Looks like it's bigger than Mistburnt Barren, so that's a positive.
So many.
Move in nearby. Alright.
Sorting Mersat texts salvaged from the city ruins. I'll toss them, you catch them. Use my workstations for any immediate preservation needs. Books cursed? Break the curse. Infested with bugs? Use the pest spray. Dissolving? Write down as much as you can. Then sort them in the proper crate. If I see you tossing history books in with the recipes, you'll get an earful from me. And make it quick. These texts are falling apart as we speak.
There's philosophy. Text issue. Use this enhancement. It's infested with book lice. Pesticide dispenser.
Oh my! An anthology of
That's
poems from
one.
before the
Time
previous
remaining.
Dragon Rise.
I've got Arcana. It's infested. Arcana. Over there.
You're doing good work, Commander.
Gosh, thanks. This is infested. More philosophy. It's infested with book lice again. This one is history.
Oh, high toxicity.
The historical wards of Apavim, the first citadel? Incredible.
Hit me. Hit me. This is romance. Oh, I've got something different. Text is illegible. Curse breaking station.
You're doing good work, Commander.
Gosh, thanks. I'm doing good work. Well, I'm a good worker. This is cuisine, and it's text illegible again. Cuisine. Nope, that's Arcana. Cuisine.
Ah, Bloodstone enhanced cooking. That's getting locked away.
Philosophy, and it's infested again.
Infuriating!
It is infuriating.
Oh, my. An anthology of poems from before the previous dragon
All right,
ride.
7. That'll be sufficient. Methinks. Let's grab some obsidian.
Commander, look at that. Piles empty. Well done, Commander.
Wow. That's a really tiny progress in the progress bar to continue the story.
A win is a win.
Very long. Something about Monica's in the heart of the obscure. Curious Mersat remnant. Can be spent at vendors or consumed to add 5 Ursus obliges. Oh, we do also have another mastery point. I will commune with this place of power. Like that. That is me hitting 22,000 points. $22,000 on the nose. All right, and one of these skins unlocked. Is that the short bow? No, it's the longbow. Okay. Reaver, that's the axe. That's the axe. The dagger. The mace. I'm gonna go with the bow.
Quite a reward.
It's quite a reward. And we'll hold on to that for later. Looking for more events.
There. Do you see? I can't close the rift, but I can try to interrupt the Jade's connection to it. That should make the Jade vulnerable. Once it's gone, you'll be able to close the rift. Think. The Titan spawn are connected to the rift. Don't let them get close.
You'll be doing that one for days.
Destroy the charged Mersat Jade. Rifts closed. Oops, sorry about that. 1 second. There we go. Alright, we're back. Destroy the charged Mersat Jade. What? There aren't any around that I can see? Oh, okay, that. Really? Seriously? That's what we've got to destroy?
Please, push them back as far as you can.
As far as I could see, I was the only person who's doing that. I'm not doing any damage to it now? No. Oh, I guess that...
I'm nigh invincible. Exhilarating!
This is so often the case. Nope, nope, no damage is getting done to it. As much as I love the game, I've got to say some of the issues are just getting so freaking old. There we go, damage again.
Please, push them back as far as you can.
And Scum Bucket.
Maximum pain.
Bot advertisers can die in a fire. Give me a second here. And they're banned. Twitch, do your goddamn job.
Oh, they're this close.
There's what, only 1 or 2 of them? God, new expansion and the place is just about empty? That's not a good sign. That's still not doing anything. Why? What do I have to do so that we can attack those? No idea. They don't tell you. That's tradition. They just don't tell you what you're supposed to be doing. But we're going to fail. I have a strong feeling.
It's working. You've nearly got it. I can't interrupt it. Not while they're this close. I'm 6 feet tall.
A couple more players coming in. That might help. Son of a bitch! Oh, there's that glowing again. We're gonna fail because I'm the only one even trying, I think, to actually destroy the things we're supposed to destroy.
I can't interrupt it. Not while they're this close.
Smash them!
I'm nigh invincible. interrupted. Not while they're this close.
Accelerate!
Yeah, I'm gonna wasted 9 minutes of my life here. Alright, somebody else is actually working on the thing we're supposed to be working on. That's good. One. Wait. Oh my god, we've got to destroy all 4.
Infuriate!
I don't even know what we have to destroy now. None of the rifts are closed. And there aren't any other pillars that I can see.
Health increasing!
Destroy the charged Mossad Jade. We've got 3 of them destroyed. None of the rifts are destroyed. 3 out of 6 Mossad Jade. I don't see any Mossad Jade anyways.
They're restoring the
Are they
connection.
high
Keep
above?
them away.
I have no clue because they don't tell us anything. God damn it, ArenaNet.
Clear the air.
One of the rifts is closed. We have 2 minutes left. Who knows? We have more people here now. Maybe the other people know what's going on. I sure as hell don't. There's a crossed swords icon here implying there's something we're supposed to be destroying. No idea what it might be. Is it that thing we're supposed to destroy?
I can't interrupt it.
I have no
Not while
idea.
they're this close.
Of the many things that the game is annoying with is not telling you what you're supposed to be doing. Storyline quests or an event like this. No idea. Destroy the charged Mossad Jade. I assume that was the pillars, like that destroyed one over there. But there's now absolutely no indicators on the map at all.
Smash them.
There's an X here, but
Done it. Quickly, close the rift. I can't interrupt it. Not while they're this close.
no idea. There's a glowway up there. Oh, are we supposed to be flying and destroying those things? Flying in the expansion that's all about the Warclaw. Okay, that's an interesting and incredibly stupid choice.
You've done it! Quickly, close the rift!
Wow.
It worked!
That's one of the dumbest events I've ever seen.
We did the right thing. When I began learning magic, my mentor warned me. You will see
It's
more
terrible.
of what is, and to look away is a brave choice.
I was
Grateful
manufactured to
beyond
the
words,
highest
Dad.
standards.
Had I been alone, I could not have stopped it. But I had to try.
Oh my God. I have in the past defended the you have to do events.
Apparently, some astral ward are stuck in the Mersat mirrors. Can someone check in on that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be on my way.
Before moving on to storyline stuff. But this is ridiculous. 2 events. There aren't a whole bunch of events around. I mean, unless we can just go right through the sort of throbbing wall of I don't think I can get through itness here. My expectation is I'm going to bounce. Yeah, I bounced. There aren't enough events going off in this first area. And the ones that are available are giving so little progress on the bar. What are they fucking thinking?
Tired of guard duty. We should be on the
More and more my attitude, sadly, towards the game is becoming, what are they fucking thinking? There's no events going on. How are we supposed to progress in the story if there's no events? Because you need to do events to progress in the story. I'm at a loss to explain what they're thinking.
This one, Ulrich, was the instigator from the sound of it. I've never understood how anyone can just give themselves over to a cause like that.
Some have a hole inside them. They fill it with whatever fits their pain.
That's surprisingly insightful.
Someone get me a report on
Just time. Does this actually teleport me outside the little bubble? Not that they actually said anything.
Such synergy!
Some kind of event going on here. It's part of the Bavanisos map.
Exit health increasing! Accelerate!
I mean, the devs are doing good work. But they've just moved so many people onto whatever other projects it is they're working on that the game is dreadfully suffering.
By the looks of it, we're approximately halfway. We're almost there.
Technical aid.
This has been successfully completed. Oh, goodness.
Now this is a find.
If we let the towers persist, who knows how much power the constructs would have garnered. Perhaps I can linger here.
I have my first
to see what they know.
slumbering lightborn
The
item.
rest of you, take a seat and breathe.
Oh, fine. Get out of it. I have explored four areas in Bavanisos. I gotta say, I kind of find the base idea behind the Titan having merged with the city to be silly and the anatomical details to be ludicrous. The bronchial area. Are you serious?
Try using your journeykin to pull down that debris. That might do the trick.
Titan kidney. Seriously? It seems silly. Not gonna lie, it just seems silly.
My energy is diminished.
Ready to mow him down!
Infuriating!
Smash him!
You know that
Invigorating!
the giant Titan having merged with the city isn't a terrible idea, but having us breaking it down instead of the city being the thing, the dead body of the monster being a thing, using modern anatomical and biological concepts is silly.
Death stalks me. I'm okay.
Titan antibodies. What? Res this person. Two birds completed. No idea what that one was for.
Had enough? We heal as one.
Yeah, we heal as one. We're working on the Titan kidney, the liver, and no one started on the pancreas yet. I just find that this whole thing hilariously dumb.
Such synergy!
Also, if this is supposed to be the Titan's kidney and the Titan is merged with the entire city, it has the tiniest kidneys in the world.
I'm nigh invincible.
And here we have the pancreas. Gee, are we going to have to fight the Titan islets of Langerhans? Those are the tiny little glands on the pancreas that aren't part of the pancreas that manufacture insulin. Today you learned.
Synergy! Thanks for your help. This work is disgusting, but oddly satisfying to me. That's not strange, is it?
Begin destruction protocol.
I could use a hand over here.
Charged Titan ore, we'll grab that. The map does appear to be very big, so that is a definite plus. That's a suspiciously cracked wall. I can't imagine it'll work, but I have to try. Yeah, the immune system has rejected me. God, that is just so dumb. Yeah, it's just not. It's silly. That's the problem. It's just silly. Oh, new event. Lots of bad guys. Anyone here? Sure. Let's Sounds like a good plan. Too many. And just me. Yeah, that's too many. There's an old saying, discretion is the better part of valor. And excretion is the bitter part of valor. Alright, I see. Oh, above. Oh, that's above. There is a mastery point. Thought it was above. Now I'm not so sure. It doesn't appear below, but I can't actually make it out because on the map there's the... It is above, okay. Whoops. Okay. Didn't realize. Let's see if it'll raise me up. Oh, come on. That's fun. You're dead. Well, so far I'm really frustrated.
Apparently, some astral ward are stuck in the Mersat mirrors. Can someone check in on that for me?
Yes, madam. I'll be on my way.
I'll be on my way.
Where's the damn mirrors? Jesus. 4 events. I think it's going to take 9, it looks like, before I can play any more story.
These premises. I feel 6 feet tall. Accelerate.
The ether tower.
Never capitulate. Feel the burn. By the looks of it, we're approximately... Such synergy! Our objective has been successfully completed.
No, it's going to be 10 freaking events you're going to have to do before you can continue the story. That's just ridiculous.
If we let the powers persist, who knows how much power the constructs would have garnered. Perhaps I can linger here a while longer to see what data I can collect. The rest of you, take a seat and breathe.
Gastric dispersion device.
I feel 6 feet
Now,
tall.
don't skip any steps. You need to grab a kit before you can progress.
Of course I do. You don't actually say anything about that. And where am I supposed to get a kit? Oh.
You'll need a kit before you can get to work. You may retrieve another if you need it. I brought plenty.
I tell you, these are the worst mobs that the game has ever had.
But you don't know it yet.
Enormous area of effects, huge amounts of boon corruption. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, high toxicity.
And unless there's somebody else around clearing out the mobs, you can't finish the actual thing you're trying to do. Because they interrupt you. You know, developers more and more, I hear them talk about friction. And I understand what they're talking about. I understand the need for it. It seems like too many times they mistake frustration for friction. The players have got to work to get things done. For sure. But if they're not having fun doing it, if it consists of constantly being frustrated by the mechanic you've chosen, your mechanic sucks. Here's an example. Having two almost identical icons for the different things you need to do in here is a terrible choice. Give us two very distinct, not very similar looking icons to find. Not a hand like this and a hand like that. I am the only person doing this. It is not a good sign that the maps are pretty much empty. Granted, it's early in the day, but I haven't seen empty maps like this since essentially day 2 of Bureau March's initial release. Day 1, it was filled with people doing the meta and everything, and day 2, it was empty. I don't think I'm going to get it done. Perfect. I've done 10. And I'm maybe 2/3 done. I just don't think there's going to be time. And I get this finished. Yes. Oh, there's another player. All right. Maybe between the two of us.
Now, don't skip any steps. You need to grab a kit before you can progress. Another one done.
Best chance we've got is for him to do it. Because I've already hit a lot of the sites. So with the second person, because he's going to have a lot more sites to drop them off in, he's more likely to get them done a lot faster than I can, so the odds are way better.
Accelerate!
You'll need a kit before you can get to work. You may retrieve another if you need it. I brought plenty.
Alright, we are going to succeed. So thanks to that second player for showing up.
You are almost as adept with that
Because
impressive
without that, we
technology
were
as I am with the
absolutely
bow.
dead in the water.
Almost.
Now, what's the other event going on over here? Is it the exact same event down below? Can't tell. It is below. It's not the same event.
That balm is made from special shrubs and berries back home.
Yeah.
More swelling?
And what am I supposed to do with it? I'm carrying it. I drop it. Of course I do, and I can't do anything with it because I'm constantly going to be getting interrupted. God. This is not fun design, RenaNet. This fucking sucks, in point of fact. God. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe they could, the full screen.
That balm is made from special shrubs and berries back. More swelling?
Interrupt area of effects.
Tight circular motions.
That's just not ever, ever, ever going to be fun. Like that. A huge knockback. Hey, that was fun, wasn't it? No. Whoever is designing the creatures for this whole expansion is enormously in a I just want to fuck with the players mode. I got it done, yay. And of all the times we've had, all the many times that we have had, do some events to open up the next piece of the story chain, this is the worst by far. Because most of the time it's like 6. And this is 10. And the events are often time-gated. And again, I'm being punished for being a melee character, so...
I feel 6 feet tall. Over here.
It's just so stupid.
Help.
And we're both dead. There were 2 of us, and we're both dead. And I haven't yet been able to reach the second waypoint. So, yep, we're back here. And it's 30 seconds before I can get back into that map. And I don't know if it's the same map. It's... God, it wasn't too terribly long ago that every time there was a new...
Give me a report on the Murthot Tower situation. Those things are really slowing us down.
Yes, ma'am.
A new Black Lion chest, I was buying myself 25 keys. Because I wanted to support the game. It's not for lack of effort on the developer's side. There just aren't enough of them, and the product isn't good enough anymore for me to spend any money on it. This expansion had one good map. One, the first map. The rest of it's been anywhere at... has been poor to terrible. On the positive side, every time I log back in, or have to travel back to this map, it takes me back to the same place, and there's always the same event going on, so that's a plus. Mind you, I assume that the other two events I was just working on are going to fail, or I'm on a different map instance, so I won't get credit if they do finish.
A clever combination.
In the past, when there was a new release, even early in the day like this, it was always packed.
There's one to remember me by.
Our objective has been successfully completed. Oh,
I've
goodness.
done that, what, 3 times now? That's like half of the progress I've made.
Had we let
It's
the
been the
towers
same event.
persist, who knows how much power the constructs would have garnered. Perhaps I can linger here a while longer to see what data I can collect. The rest of you, take a seat and breathe.
Alright, let's see if we can make our way to the other waypoint map. Yeah, and they're going to fail. I am in the right map instance because I have 2 contributions to that, but there's only a minute left. Murthot Ghosts. Yep, so that one's going to fail. And at least mounts are not allowed in this area. You've been dismounted. Yeah, I noticed. Thanks. Olivia is contemplating taking things into her own hands. Her patience runs out in 4 minutes. Wow. Hidden nodule discovered. My assumption is that is not conducive to my existence. But we'll try. Oh, no mounts. So much for that. We won't try. We actually will not be trying. We were going to try to use the skimmer, but no mounts. So we won't be trying the skimmer, in point of fact. Well, we have a pseudo JP. Gliders? No, just mounts. Gliders appear to still be enabled. Mm-hmm. That was predictable. And I think I'm screwed. All right, we try it again. I wonder if this is an actual jumping puzzle or... That doesn't look makeable at all. Then maybe we can come over here. No, that's not going to work. How about over to there? I have no idea if any of this goes anywhere, if I'm just wasting my time. But I'm fine with that. That's cool. I enjoy exploratory gameplay. The old cliche, the journey is the reward. In this case, the reward is going to be dying a painful death, I expect. Alright, we go. And it's not death. It's not pleasant, but it's not death. Not instant death. Yeah, I think we managed to get ourselves into a spot that there's no getting out of, other than, say, a quick teleport up. Oh, nice. It's vanished. The waypoint has vanished. And none of the layers is making any difference. So, that's them breaking their own design tenets. That's fun. All the way back to there. Where it seems like something big is happening because there's a big red circle. Titan spawn energy collected. Okay, well.
Your spirit is mine.
Your soul is mine.
Thanks.
What I really, really find as inherently awful design here is mobs that drop area effects that are too big to dodge out of. Am I supposed to be collecting energy here? Because
your soul is mine.
Back in the battle.
Your spirit is mine.
You are all weak.
Supposed to do something with Livia? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I guess we're supposed to keep her alive, is what we're trying to do.
Rocket punch!
I feel 6 feet tall. More accolades.
Evidently, we succeeded. Oh, I think I just need one more event. That was completed. That's part of the meta, or maybe the whole meta. No, that's part of the meta.
Now,
Okay, well,
this is fine.
the meta is running. I'm going to follow the meta. That's for goddamn sure. As a representative of the Alliance, I need to remind you that I cannot condone any unsanctioned actions.
And so the good counselor has volunteered to come along and sanction them. Isn't that right?
Excuse you, just like it needs to hand out grunt work to, huh? Didn't you outrank her?
Countess? Well, she knows the score. I am here out of respect for Mabon's memory, and...
Keep tabs on the scepter and me. Unavoidable, I suppose, but for now... I'm gonna grab this POI while I can. Yay!
Ah, yes, of course. Allow me.
Gotta say, with only part of the voice work in place, it's really tough to follow. That's just, this one's not their fault. They're doing the right thing by not recasting.
Infuriate!
Alright, who's the big ugly?
Raven's Wall! What manner of titan is that? No titan fool! He spit on us! Their souls were tethered, forged in wicked flame. Believe, this is the form of our vengeance.
Okay.
Magic is cascading from it.
Lextalion the Merciless.
Come here!
Wear him down.
Help me, please! Sick!
Stand and fight.
That's not good. Oh, perfect.
Contract accepted.
I was getting tired of lying around.
I do so love the combo platter of CC and then one shot. So that you don't have a chance to do anything about it. Like that. And there it is again. Instant CC. And then a one shot.
For great justice. Get back. He's too close for comfort.
Again? It's the same fucking thing. It's the worst kind of design.
Health increasing!
There's no reaction time for the black goo when he drops it.
I chose you.
Like that, again. Hey, I didn't die that time, huh?
Can't breathe.
Your spirit is mine.
My energy is diminished.
Your soul is mine.
Wear him down.
Yep, I could see that coming. He's got to build up, and if you don't break bar him, he kills everybody. We had CC just like the raid. What are they thinking?
They're marching on the
6 feet
Titan.
tall.
You should head that way.
Well, I hit him with all the CC I had. No, I'm sorry. If you don't res yourself after something like that, you can stay dead.
Accelerating. Feeling hot. Feel the burn.
Seriously.
Sicko, I was getting tired of lying around. Help increasing.
Need help here. Wear him down.
We have 10 minutes.
Time to let loose.
Amazing. I'm in the middle of a skill that includes movement, and the black state, the black area, comes out and instantly CCs me, and then I get one shot.
Won't anyone help me?
Pounded into dust.
So much more over the course of the last couple of years in the game. They very much are following the PoE exercise of the players have so much defense and offense now, the only thing we can do to kill any of them is one-shot them. So that's what they're doing. They're just one-shotting people. Maybe there's a defense to that. Group defense, don't know. Individual defense sure doesn't feel like it. That's trapped you in attempting to rend your soul from your body. See, I don't see him. There he is. Okay.
I'm nigh invincible.
You are all
Infuriated.
Well, I arrived too late to do all of my CC, but I'm sure my presence increased the CC bar amount. My frustration with this expansion, this last piece of the expansion so far, is extraordinarily high. I was expecting to be disappointed, and I am in spades so far.
Commander, they're marching on the Titan. You should head that way.
I see the pattern at last.
Help increasing.
Coward! Get back here. There he is. Now!
Excellent time. Mow him down.
All weaklings.
Rip him up.
I'm nigh invincible.
Invigorating.
The ocean's power. Great justice.
Reinforcements requested.
Sharper still.
I'm cursed by some kind of evil darkness. I have to stand in destroying a spectral prison. I don't know if that was enough or what the deal was. So if I keep my F2 available, I can use that to get out of the...
Give it my all. Compounding our powers.
when he CCs you before killing you. But I can't do that often enough.
Stand your ground.
I guess I just need a CC break for that.
Stand your ground.
I could use a hand over here.
In readiness. Stillness.
Reap the whirlwind. Now burn.
Well, I hit him with every bit of CC I had, and we can't even get him much below halfway. Yeah. We get him to about 45% CC'd. So, whether that's we have too many people who don't have CC or don't know what they're doing with CC, or if ArenaNet has set the CC bar to an almost unbreakable point, my money's on the second thing.
They're marching on the Titan. You should head that way.
Creature. Smash him!
Here I come.
Why won't
Back at you!
Invigorating.
People here are saying a bunch of auto-attacking bots. I don't think that's it at all. Oh, Christ. Another mechanic to just kill you. Well, so far I am having essentially no fun at all. But at least I'll be able to progress the story, assuming in the next 4 minutes we can kill that thing. I should have beetled. Oh, he's almost dead.
Assistance, please.
Death stalks me.
I'm up. I'm up.
Compounding our powers.
I can't see him. Is he anywhere? He was somewhere.
Need you at the Alliance staging grounds. Bring only yourself. I found something and have a feeling it'll be
Go.
delicate enough on its own.
Suffer
Don't
this
need
place
anyone
no
stirring
longer.
the pot.
Understood.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll head there now.
My son will envy the tales I tell of this fight.
6 feet tall.
Is that the chest over there? Yeah, I guess it is.
Sharper still.
I don't see a chest. There's no chest indicated. No. So all I got was the 3 Janthir gearboxes. That's fuck all. Bank, Livia, and Ludo are discussing their next steps. Save us Saxon's body, flushed with spectral agony. I hate having my body flushed with spectral agony, you know? Is there an additional part to this meta? Yes, there is. Apparently 3 lanes. Well, I'll go north lane, I guess. No idea what I'm doing. Just want to be clear about that. Oh, there's some boxes. Lavanesis Explorer, Wildfarer. Well, I'm going to stop for the Orichalcum. Alright, that's a bunch of Ursus Oblige and a relic, presumably. Apparently, we, the Northern Forces. Relic of the Living City. Complete each trigger once to gain stacks of Titanic potential.
Exhilarating!
Destroy the membrane using siege damage from your turtle.
I'm here, making my
You know,
point.
not everyone has a turtle, guys.
This barrier won't budge easily. Suffer. Use the turtles, or your sky scale to take it out.
Or the sky scale. That's true. Okay, they'll all have... Should have one. No, they won't all have one of those.
Health increasing!
Titan membrane reinforcements portal.
Your end is nigh.
I've been immolated!
I've been immolated.
Dodge this!
Now let's get this portal back on Earth.
Control the portal, siege turtles, and quick access from the waypoint are available.
Exhilarating!
Turtle.
Another!
Turtle.
So you are all weaklings.
Where am I supposed to go and do stuff over there? Oh, making progress. Hello there. What is up? New content drop for Guild Wars 2 today.
Enemy turrets emerging from rifts. Truly a winning combination.
Right now we are knocking down a Titan membrane.
That's the way. Don't relent. If you've got it, then use it. And
I have completed something for the Wizard's Vault. Repentance season has ended. Welcome to the new season. Yeah, I'll get that all good time. There we go. The weeklies is complete. This is the big meta event for the new map. Other than right now, I'm part of the group of characters, people cod-walloping an invisible membrane. I don't really know what all's going on. The second chapter of the story just opened up about 5 minutes ago for me, so I'll do that once we finish the meta and hopefully get some fat loot.
Rejoining the fight.
It's giving. Keep pushing. Hey, pay attention. Attend
Portal is lost. Oh, okay, we gotta go back and reclaim the portal. All right. Well.
They're growing desperate. Swarming. Stand strong.
I'm hemorrhaging!
I'm hemorrhaging.
My mind is scrambled!
And my mind is scrambled. That is accurate.
Can't keep a good charge down.
Infuriating!
Still.
Suffer.
Stand your ground! Such synergy!
Another.
Ugh. to the portal currently. I will stay here. There we go. Event has been successful. We have broken through the portal. And we will presumably continue on our way. Oh, that's one of those images we saw in the trailers. The central organ is available. That sounds appalling.
Those nodes are brimming with Titan magic. They seem vulnerable.
Alveolus. We are fighting against an alveoli. Or an alveolus. Alveoli. Plural. I have to say the conceit of the city and Titan organs, it just strikes me as silly as hell. We're fighting an air sac in a lung right now.
Exhilarating!
Sharper still.
I'm nigh invincible.
Effective. More of that.
I chose you.
Oh, that's a lot of badness. Be nice if it would go away, thank you. Alveolar lithocyte.
Combination has returned. Dispose of those turrets and rings.
Clear the air.
Bad. Do you know what I would like is, I would like more visual cancer. So I have no idea what the hell is happening in a very small enclosed place.
A clever combination. Sharp blade, sharp mind.
I didn't think they could make it worse, but they have. Sure, just one-shot me. Another one of those. No problem. Getting used to it. A noble soul is healing me. Well, thank you to them. They stopped. They've started again. Well, you shouldn't stand in all the visual effects, because they might one-shot you. The screen is nothing but visual effects. Okay, well, yeah, that might be a problem. Somebody's still being kind enough, so I'm not going to return to the waypoint. Well, they're still trying. I think they've stopped trying. Oh, they didn't die. Yeah, I'm just dead. Nope, nope. No sooner do I say that, and they're back trying again. And they're not trying any longer. Now I will... It's hard to believe, but they have made the visual overload
You should head that way.
worse. Oh, wait. North Barrier. Okay. I wouldn't have thought it possible. They're still fighting that thing. Lung integrity. And it doesn't help that it keeps resetting my camera distance
Above and beyond.
without my permission.
Back into the fray.
Why am I supposed to be hitting? Here.
I chose you.
The winning combination has returned. Dispose of those turrets
You're
and
finished.
Need help here.
And it takes up so much space that I can't dodge out of it. Pardon me if I'm getting sour here, guys, but it's really getting quite frustrating.
For the record, you've been struck.
on us. It's working.
Stand your ground.
The winning combination has returned.
Would you shut up with the winning combination horse shit, you idiot? And because I can't mount up, I can't get back up there. That's just awesome design. It's really...
Expertly done.
Yeah, expertly done. All I had to do was be out of the way entirely.
This lane is secure. Your help is needed elsewhere. Go. I will
Accelerate.
remain and monitor things here.
Well, everyone else is headed that way. I, being the advanced sheep that I am, will do the same. All barriers have been breached. The Tyrian Alliance assaults organs themselves. It's just such a dumb idea. What are we fighting? War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. This is the... No, that's not it. The vascular lithocyte. What am I supposed to be hitting? Don't know. There it is. There's the vascular lithocyte.
Unleashed. Vitality restored.
That was a blast.
Help. I don't have long.
Storm.
Not now, not you ever. Can't stop me.
Still. Over here.
Rise and serve.
A clever combination.
And again,
Why won't
I can't fucking move.
Back on my feet. Leads to me. Time to let loose. Blood of the earth.
You can't stop me.
Health. Vigor. Fix. Focus.
The compact
Concentration.
is flawed.
For great justice.
Return. I need healing. Seriously.
Wear him down. Your actions are foolish. Back on my feet.
Res some people.
Click, click, boom.
Take that!
Get everybody rezzed? I think so.
Use a hand over here. Another.
Olivia addresses the group in 2.5 minutes of joy. Well, everyone else seems to be going up there. We have a scroll of memory, which we really don't have time to read. Incomplete scroll of memory, which we really don't have time to read. Doesn't look like it sends you anywhere yet. I assume it's going to at some point. Pardon me.
Quite a reward.
Oh, God. Berserker Serpent's Wrath Pistol. Take that. Commander's Choice Chest. Am I again? Yeah, I'm full on freaking green boxes.
Next.
Just walk through. I did just walk through it.
Target destroyed.
Get this crap out of my inventory. I'm curious what we got as the Commander's Choice Chest. Okay, we can go through that later.
That is all.
Nothing's happening right now. Not yet. Due to inactivity, I'm no longer participating in Assault the Titanic Heart. Yeah, they're going to screw me out of this. That would be delightful, having spent all this time on it. Any of you unlocked the meta event. How would we freaking know? They never tell us how anything works. Critical immune response. The entire conceit behind this meta is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. That is a follow from Harry by Root. Sorry, not Harry B. Root. Harry by Root. Thank you very much. I have a spiel for that. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Hope your day's going well. Mine is replete with frustration.
Something you and Mabon had in common, it seems.
All right, Livia is talking to somebody down here. But again, they're really the story is really suffering because the voices.
A few decades back, when
we
I
have
was
a couple of the
acolyte of Raven,
critical voice works are not currently available
I met a
because of the ongoing strike.
Mabon, sealing some anomaly in
It's
the
not the striker's fault. It's ArenaNet's fault. But it's really suffering.
Some years later, I stood by him as a close friend and pupil. It wasn't a hard decision, although I can understand why it would be for some.
Do you work for me?
You have some familiarity given your friendship with Lady Mead, no?
Unfortunately.
I
just noticed I am Raven's
Salutations.
icon. I am Rage.
Rage.
Rage. Yeah.
Excelsior.
Yeah, that's me.
We all have a place in the Eternal
Our
Alchemy.
inner council
Even you.
maintains internal matters, while the outer manages our external connections. The Shroud, well...
Fascinating.
There are field agents and investigators. That's all you'll pry from me. Perhaps a niece will invite you to a gala someday. They're quite the spectacle.
Olivia, alright, the scepter.
Excelsior. We all have a place in the eternal alchemy, even you.
This is some of the missing voiceover work. But it is really, really
Do you work for me?
hurting the story.
Fascinating. Excelsior.
I don't know, his voice work was working earlier. If you're not familiar with it, there's an ongoing strike by the voice actors, not all of them, some of them, about use of AI in the future to do voice work. And I support the strike, and I support ArenaNet's choice to not recast the voice work, but it is killing the story. Had a similar problem during the Char Civil War part of Iceberg Saga, or some important voice work wasn't done. In that case, I don't think it was a dispute. I think it was COVID based, but I'm not positive. I could be mistaken about that. Well, I talked with everyone about everything we could talk to them about. So, I'm gonna head back here and continue with the storyline. I'm gonna be AFK for just a sec. Get myself another Coke.
Commander, they're marching on the Titan. You should head that way.
I'm back. Check in, waiting sorrows, discovery, return to the Alliance staging grounds. This is not where I am. No, oh, all the way back there. Oop. Oop. Almost missed it. Story, Titanic undertaking. Let's see, Olivia and I have ventured further into Bavanisos, or rather farther into the innards of the Titan, fought off several further attacks. All right, let's continue the story. I'll meet my allies for a briefing.
I'm here, alone as requested.
I found another of Mabon's memories. Figured it was best discussed among a select group.
No need to mince words.
Olivia hasn't been winning anyone's trust lately. We thought the matter too important to risk another incident.
Guess that's not unreasonable. Well, let's see what else Mabon has to say.
That's a good idea. Let's.
I'm a Bond.
I told you, Baba Misos is no more. We're faced to much the same. I gave you the chance to end my misery. Instead, I'll end yours. What good is it? Prolonging the inevitable. How small you seem now. Alone and trembling, without your kind to shield you. Small and alone. This is your final chance. Fight back. Look around you. My kind has killed for less. I am ashamed. This ward will keep you safe here for the time being, until I figure out what to do with you. It's not worth it killing you. It never was.
He spared the stranger's life. Even after it killed his entire people, he was honorable.
What a weight to carry.
And still, he kept it from me. Should have been all the more reason to tell me, given everything. The fool. Then he just left the problem to grow. Never knew him to be so irresponsible. Beginning to wonder if I knew him at all.
Well, sometimes you ignore a problem, hoping it sorts itself out.
Magical thinking.
But that usually makes things worse.
Yes, it does.
Let's not get carried away. I'm sure he expected it to go back through the Mist's Gate, not loiter here for centuries.
Why didn't it return to the Mists?
I don't think it could, and maybe it was waiting for him. Regardless, it doesn't change our mission. If anything, it makes it more dire that we bring closure from Mabon.
You're right, Anise. And that starts with all of us working toward the same goal. All of us. For Mabon. I'll call Livia.
Check in with Livia on comms. Hi, Livia. Long time no talk. How you doing?
Livia, I've reconvened with the others. What's your status?
Excellent timing, Wayfinder. I'm in the heart chamber. We've retired the other vitals and are clearing the last...
Livia, are you there?
Need backup. Get here ASAP.
You heard her. To the heart chamber at once.
Use the wizard's portal to return to Bavanisos. I'll use. All right. A titanic undertaking Savis's heart. Get to Livia. Get to the chopper. That's the heart, presumably.
Its innards are looking the worse for wear. That's promising, at least.
Impressive. But let's clear the ambush first. Then we can deal with the heart.
On it!
I love area effects that are so big you can't conceivably get out of. Finish off the little ones. Oh, regroup. Oh,
That's all of them.
Olivia, are you all right? I'll live. You better. All right, now let's stop that heart. What are we waiting for?
You've done admirable work thus far, but it appears the Mist Gate is directly fortifying the heart.
That's the Mist Gate, apparently. So we'll take the gate. The scepter will take care of it.
Yes, it can, but it will require all of its power to do so. I'm afraid a sacrifice must be made.
What do you mean sacrifice? I've used Legavo for centuries. It doesn't just run out of power.
Closing a Mist Gate is in a tier of magic all its own. Even for Tyria's greatest wizards.
I know what you're playing at. I swear, if you think you're going to con me into leaving... ...
Listen to me. This matter is far beyond the childish feuds of the physical realm.
What's the gate doing?
You distracted me and now we're being ambushed.
Creatures of shadow. Abominations.
I've seen enough. Weapons, now!
Okay. Why shadow critters? I don't know, but at least that'll explain why the legendary backpack is all shadowy.
Compounding our powers!
Demons within, limited to 10 shadow creatures in the heart chamber.
Livia, the scepter! Now would be an appropriate time to use it!
Olivia, I'm trying. They're not responding to it. Uh, 25 or 25?
You've been struck.
Stand your ground! Countess!
Don't worry, Countess. I've got your back.
Something happened to her, but we have no idea what. I owe you, Pokey.
It was nothing. But they never stop. We kill one, the gate spits out two more.
The youth is correct, Olivia. The scepter's power is futile against these creatures anyway.
Livia, just close the damn gate!
Just let me... Legavo, it's trembling. It's never done this before.
He's here.
What shit is this? All of a sudden...
Apologies for the dramatic entrance. Allow me to lend a hand.
Whoa.
Jeez,
I don't believe it.
Hello, old friend. It's been too long. So it has.
Help Mabon and the wizards clear out the rest of the shadows. You know, you shouldn't have your shadow harpies use the exact same dying sound effects as the regular harpies. That's not a win. Makes them sound pathetic instead of dangerous.
I'm 6 feet tall.
One more shadow imp way over there. Mabon. You can stop with your hand waving, Mabon.
That should do. For a time, at least. I believe I'm owed an explanation. Several, for that matter. Glad to see you haven't changed. I owe you all explanations. Though time is short, I'll do my best to provide them.
Wayfinder, it pleases me to find my faith in you rewarded. As I said, I owe you all explanations. Though time is short, I'll do my best to provide them.
Why keep all of this hidden?
A fair accusation. I suppose I was fatigued from all the senseless bloodshed. I returned here to mourn, to reflect, and amidst the destruction stood Cybus, the last of his kind, a kindred spirit. So I cast a protection ward, assuming he'd return to the mists. I could not have predicted that he'd await my return. I aimed to gift him a chance at another life, same as Astaran gifted me. Instead, I doomed him to a much crueler fate. I was not yet prepared to admit my folly to myself or to those I hold dear. For all of it, I feel immense shame.
Is sacrificing the Scepter of War really necessary?
I'm afraid so. In order to close the gate permanently, we will need to rely on the power vested in the Scepter of War. Given its historic ties to the Mists, an instrument of its caliber is uniquely suited for such an offering. The Seers crafted Legavo to keep beings from the Mists at bay, and it will be used to do just that. I'm sorry, Livia. I know this is no small sacrifice.
How are you keeping the gate closed?
I've tied my life force to the Mist's gate. It will remain shut for a time, but not long, I'm afraid.
Life force? But everyone's been saying you're dead.
Poised arrow.
You're quite correct. I am dead. In the world of Tyria. Once other realms are involved, it complicates matters. The gate is anchored to multiple beings. One in Tyria, Cybus, and then multiple in the Mists. Myself being one of them.
Multiple beings in the Mists? Who else is the gate tied to?
Yes, 3 in fact. They are the ones responsible for taking advantage of my death to open it.
The 3 White Mantle members.
Very good. Ulrich, Tatiana, and Judge. Or as you know them,
Okay, they did turn into Greer,
Decima,
Decima,
and Ura. By releasing their souls from the realm of torment, you can close the gate for good. But you must act soon.
How do we release their souls?
I suspect a few touchstone objects exist within the confines of Tyria that will be key in their release. Scour the hidden corners of Tyria known closely to the White Mantle, and you will surely find them.
You're likely to be quite familiar with some of them already, Wayfinder.
I have about 1,000 questions.
There will be time for further musings, but for now, I ask that you make haste recovering the touchstones, Wayfinder.
Doop-doop-doop-doop. We're not quite done yet, then.
Rare and valuable.
Another mastery point. And out. Pardon the yawn. I needed about another half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour of sleep today. Perhaps a nap a little bit later.
Get me a report on the Mersot Tower situation. Those things are really
To no one's surprise,
Yes, ma'am.
Oban and the Wizards employed their typical cryptic form of guidance. I'm sure you're left with more questions than answers about how to proceed. To that end, I'm sending you this report on known White Mantle activity over the past several months. Hopefully this will help you track down these touchstones. These are known White Mantle hideouts: Divinity's Reach, Brisbane Wildlands, Beetleton. Find the first White Mantle touchstone, locating the first touchstone in Rurickton in Divinity's Reach. Open those up. Put those away. Open those up. Deconstruct those two.
Threshold achieved.
Open those up. Put those away. Sell the junk. Delete that. And Rurickton, right? That's Claypool. That's Beetleton. Locate the first touchdown in Rurickton in Divinity's Reach proper, I think. Yeah. Alright, off we go.
Shield you.
That was the improper portal to use, but it'll be fine. Whole lot of people.
Accelerate! Judge's prayer book. Seems inoffensive enough. Well, words can certainly shape your views. Though some people will shape words till they fit their views. That's usually when things get dangerous.
And locate the second touchstone in Vengeance Steps in Brisbane Wildlands. That seems to be the closest waypoint. That was a completely misleading location for the Green Star. To find the tent twice. Oh, could we please not?
A white mantle badge. Looks like Tatiana's. A mark of status as much as belonging.
Gather all evidence of white mantle
Should
activity
have been
while
more
locating
careful
the
where
touch.
she sought to belong.
Janthir Wild's Absolution Mastery. Beetleton and Queensdale. Well, Beetleton's up there.
May Dwayna bless you.
A torch from Codicus's estate. Must have been a gift to Ulrich. I'm sure a gesture like that comes as high praise to his most devout. Personally, I'd take it as an insult. Looks like that's all of them. I should really get back to Bavanisos. Maban can only hold the gate so long.
Really? I bet he'll hold it for as long as I want him to. It was a very odd quest step. That feels like padding.
Someone get me a report on the Murtaugh Tower situation. Those things are really slowing us down.
Yes, ma'am.
Salvation's cost. All right, we're off. Back to the heart chamber. Cyrus's heart.
I located the touchstones. All mementos from their time with the White Mantle.
Imagine having such a sad life that your most valuable possession from joining a cult.
People in impossible circumstances tend to seek hope in impossible salvations.
Too true.
Tormented as their souls might be, these items shall resonate with their owners enough to cleave the demonic essence.
If it were up to me, they'd rot in the bowels of that hellscape for all eternity. That I'd consider justice. Well, Livy is well known for being a very forgiving soul.
But if the price of their damnation is the birth of more Titans, does that not compound the injustice?
There will be time for philosophical discussion later. I cannot hold this gate indefinitely.
No use delaying. Let's move out.
Enter the Mist's Gate. Waiting for everybody else. Apparently I'm, pardon me, politely waiting for everyone else. What can I say? I'm a giver. Here we go. The Foundry of Failed Creations. I had expected you were going to get here.
Nightmare.
Right. This is your first time here. We're in the realm of torment, deep in the mists. It's sort of an afterlife.
The Foundry of Failed Creations, to be precise. The abyss from which titans are born.
Search the realm for the tormented souls.
Ren, you were here before? Do these demons look different than you remember them?
They do appear to have changed. It's been quite some time since my last visit.
You've been here?
Centuries ago.
I feel
And
6
I had to
feet
clean
tall.
up after some heroes.
Reference to Guild Wars 1, no doubt.
High toxicity.
Sorrow, you said this place is like an afterlife. So, not everyone who dies ends up here, right?
No. It's mostly just for corrupt souls. It gets more complicated than that, but nothing to worry about.
Oh.
Unless you have a corrupt soul. Okay. Something you're not telling us, Pokey? I always suspected the kid was too nice. The truth comes out, he has a corrupted soul. Missed me.
I'm 6 feet tall.
Looks like 3 souls, I'm guessing. That has to be them. Approach with caution. I sense their hunger through the scepter.
You traveled far to bear us this scepter, long used in our kind's subjugation. It has found its rightful home. With it, we shall rule our own destiny. So it is written. So it is our divine right.
Kneel now and relinquish our gift. Then maybe we'll allow you to leave unharmed.
That's probably not happening. I watched my homeland burn at the hands of your kind. Do you think I'd bow to you now, let alone gift you such power? The shadows warped your minds. We'll be sure to set them straight. Defeat tormented judge. Oh, he played for the Yankees? Pretty sure.
Stand your ground.
Oh. Pff.
Such synergy.
were always the weak link. Cyrus knew it and played you like the pawn you are.
You speak falsehoods. Retribution will meet you in the end. Sounds like it's meeting you first.
Wayfinder, the prayer book. Use the heart to channel its essence into his soul.
Okay.
Hollow as his own righteousness. I can't stand people like that.
Thank you for deciding to let your...
I'm failing quickly.
Yeah, 9 stacks of torment instantly. This is Tatiana. That. And with that. And with that. Hopefully get the break bar. Not quite. It's fucking, she's regenerating her break bar. That's a lost opportunity. God. What the fuck? Serious. Again? How many freaking stacks of debuffs was that?
What have you done? The heart, Wayfinder. Channel the badge's essence into her soul.
Yeah. Got it, I got it. Hey, Kimmel, how you doing? And now, Ulrich.
I'm 6 feet tall. Infuriating.
Alright, we'll see if we can bust his break bar. We did. Good, Alma. I've been lurking in the past streams. Well, you're allowed to lurk.
For the record,
That's okay.
you've been struck.
I forgive. I'm not sure forgiveness is necessary, but hey, it doesn't cost me anything, so sure, I forgive. I know why you were lurking. It was because I didn't have a delicious dessert. That's it, isn't it? I have a tuxedo cake and an apple pie ready. Oh, that's egregiously unnecessary.
I'm hemorrhaging.
Apple crumble? Yeah, that sounds really nice. I do have a suggestion, which is we Americans largely like vanilla ice cream with our hot apple pie, but I personally kind of prefer the English method of
6 feet tall.
just cream. Just drizzling it with cream.
You will not defeat us in the name of Codicus of Soul.
Codicus's torch. The heart will channel its essence. Do it, Wayfinder.
Yeah, I know how it works, dudes. Pick better heroes next time. You eat just the pie? Try it with a drizzle, while it's hot, with a drizzle of cream.
Some may very well say the same of us. Perhaps none of us are so deserving.
Either way, it's a discussion best saved for Tyria. I've had my fill of the underworld for at least another century.
Return to the Mistgate. Speaking of pie, I had pie for lunch today, and I'll be finishing it off for dinner. Pizza pie, which is what it used to be called.
You've done well, my friends. You corrected my mistake when I could not. And here I thought Epoch was your finest work to date.
Huh. We did not shoulder those burdens in solitude. What a difference it makes in trusting the confidence of others. Though, perhaps some could learn to be more patient so as to encourage such trust.
Lessons abound. Now all that remains is to close the Mistgate from this side. And then, I may rest.
So, this is goodbye, then. I'm grateful I had the chance to say it this time.
As am I. It's good to see you back. You're right where you should be.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Pie with pie. Yeah, I can,
Anise,
you know, if you're going to have topping for your pie, another piece of pie is a really good choice.
I'd tell you to keep her safe as well, but I know her better than that. She's more than capable.
Chuckles. You know me well. You will be missed.
Istarin, I chose the Wayfinder for a reason. Place faith in one another, and each give the other a reason to do so.
You have my word.
Yes, well, I think it's about time, Livia.
Fine.
Goodbye, my friend.
Farewell. Thank you.
My final farewell to Muban. Suppose we're getting better with practice. I'd certainly say so, and I meant it earlier. You do have my word. Not yours that gives me pause, though. Perhaps Epark was correct on one notion. You and Isgarin bear some things in common. I trust you both to navigate. We've managed this long, ask Epark, although you already seem well aware. I have my ways. Maintain that amity, and it will serve you well. Take care of yourself, Wayfinder. Portal back to the mist-burned Barrens. And Muban closes the gate. Okay, he didn't close the gate, he blowed it up. Debrief the Alliance and celebrate your victory. Back to Divinity's Reach around. Oh, I'm sorry, Divinity's Reach. Can't help it, it's such a silly name. We're supposed to be in Lion's Arch? Yes, evidently we are. Where it all started, with literally 45 minutes of dialogue. Gobblers and Exchanges Collector. Let's see. Yes, I do have Princess, the Ley Energy Matter Converter, Herta, and the Spear Marshal's Plea. What else we got in here? The Wizard's Gobbler, Maudry 2, Star of Gratitude.
Got a guild? Want to be a legend? Step inside. Your journey starts.
The Gizmos Collector. Okay, also in here, the Mist's Vault Access Key. Party Invitation. Did it actually? It did not remove them. So I know they're unifying them. So you players will have a whole bunch of space returned to their bags and banks. Would you like to continue your story to Salvation's Cost? Yes, please. In the Guild Initiative headquarters.
Welcome, Commander. The Council is waiting for you in the audience chamber.
As they should. They should wait for me. I'm kind of the star of the show. I'm kind of a big deal. Uh-huh. That's nice. They've got a box for me. That's not a little condescending. Councillor Ludo of Ratasum called this session to order. As we're here to discuss recent events in Janthir and Bavanosis, Countess, would you care to deliver your report? Of course. Stride. We traced the cause of the Titan outbreak to the White Mantle. They were sent into Janthir on Cauticus' behalf before his death. They were searching for a mist skate in Bavanisos to give their leader the upper hand. To what end, we're still parsing out. They were all killed, but they were also successful in their mission, hence our little Titan problem. But that problem has been resolved. The Titans are dead, 4 of them. All 4 of them, the gate is sealed. Destroyed, actually. It's blowed up. Commander, you were the first-hand participant in these events. Can you confirm for the Council? She's making it up! She's making it all up!
I can testify to the Countess's report.
I can testify to the Countess's report.
The 3 initial Titans, and then a 4th. It had been living in the city since the city fell. When the White Mantle entered the ruins, it manipulated them into opening the gate. The Scepter Legavo played a significant role in sealing it. Livia's judgment aside.
Ooh, I talked a little bit of smack. You think carefully about what you believe that the Tyrian Alliance should focus on at the conclusion of your report. Call on the memory of a fallen friend. Remind the Council of your judgment. Focus the Council to reflect on a great victory. Well, ferocity was my character choice for this one. 12 plus years ago, so yeah.
We ventured into the gut of the beast and cut off its life source. It is dead. The menace is gone.
In short, the gate was sealed, the Titans were defeated, and the Scepter of Ur was lost to the mists. Thank you both. We'll be meeting throughout the coming days with the rest of the Alliance to scrutinize every detail. There's much work to be done, including providing the Kodan with any supplies needed to regroup their losses while aiding our alliance. We will also discuss Livia and the Commander's penalty, though the Council knows where I stand on those actions. Penalty for me? Go fuck yourselves. Is losing my beauty routine not punishment enough? That's her, not me. But for now, the rest of you can pat yourselves on the shoulder. Dismissed.
To celebrate your victory, we've organized a bit of a soiree that will commence later this evening. A well-earned reprieve. Collect yourselves, mourn, heal, and acknowledge what we've all experienced, just as the Bearkin taught us.
Wow. Boring. Party. Let's get to the party. Speak to Queen Jenna when you're ready to begin the party. Optional check-in with your allies. Well, when we're here, we're going to check in with all of our allies and get that progress bar done, because that's an achievement point. You know? Izzy, how you doing?
And it's done.
Oh, and waiting, sir.
I'm glad you joined us, Sorrow. How do you feel?
Warm. Yeah, there's comfort in solitude. It's easier. But there's also comfort in belonging again. I can't imagine returning to Shadow after all of this.
As Mabon said, you are right where you should be.
Of course you'd think that. You just want to keep tabs on me, Ren. Don't like your things out of place.
You are a sobering presence.
As are you.
That's 1/3 done. Next up, Pokey and Stoic Alder.
Oh, now that I've established myself as a hero for the songbooks, I figure Lowland Ambassador is next on my list.
My son's confidence has never wavered, even when it should have.
And my pa's nerves have never stilled, even when his son has made a name for himself as a guardian of Janthir.
You've done well, son. You've weathered life's storms with the very...
Come on, Stoic Alder. You know you want to go hit on Waiting Sorrow.
I sought to teach you. You've taught me by way of example. Bravery, weathering grief, granting forgiveness. I am proud beyond words. Just as your Ma would be if she could see you now.
Ma would be just as proud of you. We've had a tough go of it. Come on. We've earned a celebration.
Let's see if this alliance can put on a party half as good as us lowlanders.
Yeah!
Party on, Wayne. Livia, the tattooed lady. Do you regret what happened? Not in the least. I suspect the Alliance would have come to the same decision eventually, but time was not on our side. I did what I had to do, but I also accept whatever repercussions may face after. And I'll make sure the Council knows how foolish they would be to punish you for your action. For my actions, I'm responsible, not you. They can try to punish me. I'll just tell them to go kill themselves. For starters, I've been uninvited from your little party. I suppose it's fair. I'll just have to throw my own. Anise, I'll put streamers up in your cell. Where's Anise? Oh, there she is. Well, that's all of them. And Jenna. Commander, you've once more proved yourself a friend of Kryta and all of Tyria. We can start the festivities in honor of your accomplishments. Whenever you're ready, let's get this party started. Watch the speech by Queen Jenna. Oh boy, here we go. Several hours later.
Look at this crowd. Nice to see everyone.
Jenna? Clear throat. Everyone?
I hope you've all been enjoying the evening. It has been delightful to share a glass with so many familiar faces. We are surrounded by friends tonight, new and old. There are many bonds that are just beginning to blossom.
Bondage?
We are here to celebrate our victory. But we also celebrate the Alliance and what it represents. Change, productivity, healing. Tyria. There are challenging days ahead of us. We are not ignorant. As long as there is ground beneath our feet, there will be conflict. But we are more prepared to face that conflict when we care for each other. Now, raise a glass to your neighbor. To Tyria and the brightest of futures.
To Tyria!
To the dawn, after a long night of storm.
Thank you, Stoic Alder. Option, mingle with friends and allies or leave the party when you're ready. Well, got another progress bar to complete. Let's see. Ayumi. They're rolling credits. How are you finding life outside Kantha? Simple. Just go out the door and you find life. There's 1 out of 32 party goers. Okay. This is going to take a second. I'm going to go ahead and just buzz through
I'm
these.
glad to see your hair brushed, Countess.
If I had to act as liaison between Livy and the council for one more day, I'd have no hair left to brush. Thankfully,
your responsibility has been fulfilled. For now, enjoy yourself. call my hairdresser.
You don't pay me enough to listen to that woman's banter. I'll see if Logan has some time.
That would certainly be a sight. But say, did I see him? Is he here now?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. He is. Haven't you heard he's with the Pact again?
As my advisor, you are supposed to tell me these things. How do I look?
With those flushed cheeks? Darling. Oh, God. It's the shoe sniffer. Logan. Captain Ellen Keel. I got a lot of people, so I'm just going to fly through them relatively. Ritlock.
Maybe you could speak with the Vigil. Javi's been doing a good job with them. Or Logan. I heard he's back with the Pact.
Thackeray, yes. That's Ellen Keel. We're still talking to her. Oh, okay. Hill, I'm sure the Pact forces would suit our needs. Now take a couple of steps back. We don't want him thinking we're together. The well-known, mostly WoW streamer Preach, when he was unhappy with the state of WoW, he started playing other games and he started playing Guild Wars 2. He played all the content in Guild Wars 2, through all the expansions, all the raids, everything. And he went in blind for every raid fight. He had a great time in the game, but that was his opinion. That's why Queen Jenna stopped wearing shoes, is she found Logan sniffing her shoes one day. And she decided that she wasn't going to have that, and that's why Queen Jenna goes barefoot. And so he would always refer to Logan as the shoe sniffer. I will also note that Preach, best known for WoW, said about Guild Wars 2 is if you're an MMO player fan and you're not playing Guild Wars 2, and this is a direct quote, you're fucking yourself. That was his opinion. Okay, Ritlock. Never say never, Ritlock. Okay, Frode. Snow Frodo. Oh my God, there's so many. Call your cat Shoe Sniffer as well. There you go. Waiting Sorrow. Oh, Stoic Alder's hitting on her. Oh, you more than words could say.
Wayfinder. Yes, our conversation is not a light one. Don't let us sully your good time. Tell me. Well, today I revealed myself to the Alliance, but next...
The Bearkin will understand in time. The coming months may challenge them, but without challenge, there can be no growth.
I know you're right, but I wish there was an easier way.
It will be worth it. As you well know, I'd long averted my gaze from that notion. But then, I met one whose life fire shone so brilliantly, I could no longer look away.
He's hitting on her.
Alder, without you and Pokey, I'd have never gotten this far. That goes for you too, Wayfinder.
And now she's hitting on me because of course she is. I mean, I'm hot.
On behalf of the Lowlanders, you have my highest gratitude, Wayfinder. And on behalf of two Bearkin, who know the cruel torment of goodbyes left unsaid, farewell. For now, may the fire inside forever guide you home.
Firstborn Dagonet. His voice work was really good in that first part of this expansion. Coconut daiquiris, spiked fruit, honey glazed pig, Elonian delicacies. Oh my God. Fermented noodle soup. I always worry about something that's fermented unless it's actually just booze, you know? Maguma appetizers, delicacies, Asura hot pot, fruit platter. Fruit platter? Are you crazy? Succulent boar, salted river trout, lemon pie, Crichton small plates, Crichton delicacies. I think if I'm going to have anything, I'm going to have some of that honey glazed pig, you know? I have to sample all of them? Oh, I guess each table, basically, you sample each of the 10 of the 5 tables. That's an achievement point. You're going to have some trout? I used to eat a lot of trout when I was a kid. We did a lot of fishing. My dad was big on fishing. Little brook trout and stuff. Occasionally get a rainbow. We hit 22,000 achievement points earlier today. That is 10 out of 32 partygoers. Scarty Knutson, ain't no party like a Scarty party. Spear Marshal Zayam. Javi. Gix. Janthir. Real dark water. That's not fake dark water, that's real dark water. Bram. Oh, too bad, no voice work. What a shame. I'm crushed. Canuck. I need some high heels.
I would have expected.
How do you know I'm not wearing high heels right now?
Commander. Naughty, naughty.
Behave, you. Lawson invited us to tag along. We've been spending more time in Lion's Arch these days. Business mostly. And we're not very good at it.
I got some strappy fuck me pumps on.
It's nothing you need to worry that pretty little head about.
Little Joan Crawford fuck me pump action.
Illegal. Just trying to find a home for the club's cash flow. I'm hungry for a good investment. Now ignore us. Enjoy your party. What is it we're celebrating?
Pokey. I see you're having fun, Pokey. Standing here alone by yourself.
Your people really know how to party, Wayfinder. Could go Stein for Stein with us, Bearkin. Been a while since I've had fun for fun's sake. My pa and I both. At least I swear.
Well, I'm cool in many ways. I don't show all of them on stream. I need to save something up
happy to see them happy
for my next 6 years of streaming. Last night was my 6th stream.
Trees may
2 nights
turn
ago
the flow of a river,
was my 6-year stream anniversary.
Water, as always, finds its way home.
Can't spend it all. We all have a certain limited amount of awesome. We can't splurge.
Dawn asked
blow it all.
To help her with some tasks for his garden.
It was good.
Dawn?
I created a new character.
A bit of a nickname I picked for Sorrow.
In City of Heroes.
It's
Kicked some ass. Took some names.
Didn't seem
much
quite
better
right
than
anymore.
kicking some names and taking some ass.
Dawn. That's a fit. Bright skies ahead and all. Maybe not the most profound of choices. Remember what my pa said.
I mean, it
about
wasn't
proper
perfect.
formality to show respect?
There was no Kimmo.
Well, I felt she earned
How's
it.
that for sucking up?
That's
Pretty
very
good, huh?
thoughtful, Pokey. I'm sure she appreciates it.
Now you, Wayfinder, noticed I did that some of your friends still address you as the swashbuckling commander.
Well, I am.
It's the same idea, yes? A sign of respect from friends who fought by your side. Well, now we've done just that.
I suppose. I don't like where this is going.
Well, I've come up with something that
Calm-finder.
captures the essence of both. What do you think, Calm-finder?
I'm
No.
walking away now.
Too depressed and couldn't leave the bed, but now you're
Only a
here.
bit of has he?
And the presence here,
But worry
I'm
not.
sure will do.
One day,
My
I'll
effusive
stumble
nature
across the perfect
will
choice.
raise your
You wait and
spirits
see.
to the roof. So Pokey wants to call me Calm Finder. I just don't think that's going to work out. Cured. Excellent. I am the cure for what ails you. How many are we at now? Let's see. Oh, it's Thogan Lackery. Logan Thackeray. Shoe Sniffer. He is vanilla ice cream without the vanilla. That's 23. Are there 9 more in here? No. Am I going to have to go wandering around trying to find more? Counselor Ludo. Live, exhausted, ready for the following forums to commence and finish promptly, though they never do. Thank you, Counselor Ludo. I'm just keen on returning my attention to Ratasum and the Arcane Council. I don't like leaving either unwatched.
Oh, yeah? They giving you a hard time?
Oh yeah, they're giving you a hard time.
Always. Conflicting personalities, conflicting goals. Nothing that I haven't endured before, but ever since the Alliance sprung forth, there's been a certain urgency in the air. When you open this chat and his profile came up, definitely a shoe sniffer. Well, yeah, that's pretty clear. Everyone is operating their own interests as a society obsessed with procedure. We're not prone to skipping a step or 4. I feel like everyone's mother, making sure they're not hiding their greens in their pockets. Is he done? Can I move on, Ludo? Dagda?
I heard you had an enlightening experience in Bavanissos, Wayfinder. How are you?
Always the wiser, Dagda. I'm okay. Seeing Mabon was jolting, if that was even Mabon.
Who can say? The mists are incomprehensible. It could have been his true spirit, or it could have been a whisper of who he was. But nonetheless, he was with you in one form or another. I just wish I was there to experience it myself, as does Lear. What I'd do just to see him. We're still processing it all. We miss our friend. Lear, he may wear a bold face, but he still mourns. But this is a party. Grab a stein, raise it in the air, for those we lost.
Ephraim. That's 26. Mia. 27. Malice. 28. Krisha. 29. Let's see. Well, Izzy. Who did we miss over here? Arena.
Wayfinder? I am. My hunters have been assisting the Pact. All of the Astral Ward has. Rifts still plague the Tyrian mainland, after all. And between old friends, it's been amusing to see an organization more dysfunctional than the Astral Ward.
Laughs heartily.
But I paint no shade. The Pact has experienced similar trials to our own. I have great empathy for their struggles. And with Logan Thackeray joining them at the helm, they are on a healthy path. I could even see a future where the Astral Ward functioned as one of their orders. We have more similarities than differences.
All right, who else are we missing? Don't want to hit Izzy just yet. Is there another one out there? I don't see anyone. We'll talk to Izzy and... You're all right?
Ah, Wayfinder, I was just about to leave.
Not the party type?
No.
Livia. Where did I
That
miss
must be
Livia?
apparent by
She must be
now.
out there, outside.
I am not immutable, but, well, history takes its toll. Habits born of lifetimes. Still, I can appreciate this moment for what it is, however fleeting.
Livia? Oh, Livia. Livia, you gotta be out here somewhere, Livia. Wait, what? I didn't get it done? That's why I didn't want to step out. Oh my God.
This is a find.
Is Livia out here somewhere? At least it's not forcing me to leave. Damn it. Another mastery point. Right, where the hell is Livia then? She must be hiding somewhere. Being Livia. Livia. I found her. Why can't I talk to her? You gotta be kidding me. You know, ArenaNet, that's a real fuck you to a player. He finishes this thing, but because as far as the game is concerned, the quest is over, I can't talk to her and finish out that. What a piece of shit is that? I mean, that really angers me. It's so absolutely unnecessary. I don't understand why you would design it like that.
Hello, friend.
I honest to God I just don't understand that.
Quite a reward.
New pair of shoulders. Yeah, they're okay looking. Not bad. Pardon me. So that was 3 hours and 24 minutes. So 3.5 hours, but an hour and a half of that, at least, was doing events. Be able to continue on with the story. I just spent another half hour in there. Maybe longer, 45 minutes. So there's really not a lot of content here. I'm going to call it here. I'll be back in about 3 hours. And I'm going to run around in the main map. We're going to get map completion. Hopefully we'll finish out the mastery track. The first mastery track we have to do. We're close on that one. With yet another really dumb mastery.
More violets, I say.
The masteries for the post-expansion stuff is just awful. They're just time killers with no real benefit. And then I'll have to do the homesteading one, which is probably some extraordinary amount of XP. But that's for later. So that's my plans. I'm going to call it an afternoon here. I need to raid somebody because some of you might be here for the drops. So let me find somebody to raid. I'll raid Muckluck, I think. He's got a whole bunch of people. He's probably giving away a bunch of stuff too. So we'll go with that one, I think. No, this raid is for Twitch only, sadly. It's not covered for YouTube. So YouTube guys, you'll have to manage on your own. Sorry about that. Raid. Raid. Muckluck. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I'm very appreciative. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe. Basically, about 3 hours-ish. And I'll just be doing some of the, standard nonsense stuff that I do around here. Give me just a sec, please. I got to get everything working correctly. There we go. I'm going to start the raid. It'll take it a minute. It's going to send you off in about 4 seconds. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Hopefully you'll catch me soon. Have fun. Say hi to Muckluck. And good luck on the drops. Ciao for now. Bye ya.